Hello, welcome to Berlin. This is the Eurovision Weekend 2014. We were here for the second edition last year, chatting with the likes of Liora and Bette Dietrich, and now the Berlin fans have invited three fantastic artists, and one of them is right with us. He was at the Eurovision Song Contest back in 1988. He came second to Celine Dion with Le Partez. We have the big pleasure to chat with him once again. Is Scott Fiztgerald. Hello, Scott. How are you?
Hi, JP. I am very, very well. And I'm really enjoying myself here in Berlin.
Is it the first time in Berlin for you?
It actually is the first time in Berlin. And I'm very sad about that, really, because, you know, I've been to Munich doing televisions, I've been to the Black Forest doing TVs in Bonn, Stuttgart, never to Berlin. And like I said to you, maybe I don't have a good manager.
So you got around the world a lot because you used to be an established artist before Eurovision.
Yes.
But did your participation in the contest allow you to travel even more after the contest?
Yes. You know, lots of people say, oh, the Eurovision didn't do anything for me. But in actual fact, it did do some things for me, and some very positive and good things. And one was, I'd never done much work in Scandinavia. And for me, Scandinavia was sort of a close place. It was for Scandinavians and stuff like that. But all of a sudden, because of the Eurovision, I ended up working there for 15 years. And you know how they love Eurovision in Scandinavia. They're really crazy for it. And for 15 years, I went and did my shows in the theatres and on the big cruise ships there and everything like that for the Danish people and the Finnish people and the Norwegian people and the Icelandic people. I had a whole audience of all this all the time. And there was no British people in the audience at all. And I loved every minute of it. I adored it. And people adored me too because of, maybe it's my Scottishness, I really don't know.
But tell us, how did the Scotsman end up in Eurovision representing the United Kingdom?
I don't know. United Kingdom as well, as you said, yeah. No, it was just a friend of mine had written a song. Her name is Julie Forsyth, and her father is Bruce Forsyth, Sir Bruce Forsyth. He was made a Sir a few months ago. And Julie came to me, I was working in Amsterdam at the time, I was working in the Career Theatre, and she came back with the song, just with the piano, singing the song, and I thought, hey Julie, that's not a bad song, that, you know. Why don't we just make a record and then we can put it in, and she said, no, Scotty, I want to put it in for the Eurovision, you know. I said, that's an awful lot of songs get put in for that, it's a big contest, you know. Anyway, I did the recording of it, did the demo recording of it in the daytime with Marcel Schumer, who's an incredible musician from Holland. He's just about the #1 musician that there is in Holland, actually. And he played the piano and did all the overdubs and stuff like that. And then I did my own interpretation of it. The song sounds very different from when it was originally thingy to the way that I would do it. So I was adding the falsetto piece at the end, just to colour the song up, just to give it a little more, I felt, as a professional singer, that it really needed a little bit, you know. And so anyway, she put it in, and hey, I was working in Africa, and she said, Scotty, can you do the song for Europe? It got through, and I was laughing. I just fell about laughing. And then and it was my friend. And then I said, okay, I'll come back and do it. And then we won the song for Europe, and they gave me a gold medal for this. And of course then we went on to represent in the Eurovision Song Contest. That was the song for Europe that we won, and the Eurovision Song Contest. And you know, big surprise, you know. I thought Go was a good song, don't get me wrong, but there was quite a few good songs I felt in there, and there was an awful lot of good singers as well, you know, like Laura Fabian and Celine Dion and Tommy Sherberg. Oh, there was a lot of them there who could really do this, you know. And of course Celine Dion. And I was watching the rehearsals a little bit, you know. You know, you've got to weigh up your competition and who's going to do this better. And I always felt, on that evening when I was watching Celine, that she was holding back a little. She was just holding back. This was the rehearsals, you know. And I understood this. But my goodness, when she came on the night, she was like a locomotive. She was bang right in there. She was brilliant, really good, and she deserved to win. Even although I was 14 points ahead on the last two votes, you know, why not? And I went to Celine Dion about 3 minutes later, and I gave her a big cuddle. You can see that on the, I think it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And a big kiss. And I said to Celine, you know, what a fantastic job you've done. Absolutely brilliant. You know, and you deserve to win. And I gave her a big kiss, you know.
Have you ever seen her again?
No, I haven't seen her again because we don't work in the same areas. She works on a much higher level, you know. I mean, she's in Caesar's Palace now and stuff like that. I don't work at that level.
Yeah.
That's world-class level. I'm a professional singer, you see. This is what people don't understand about a professional singer and a singer. And when I started many, many years ago, back in the 60s, I mean, that's when I started. That's an awful long time ago. You know, and working, you know, with Jerry Rafferty and all these people, and Kate Bush and Dr. Feelgood. These are all people I worked with.
Wow.
You know, and that was my work. And so it was normal for me, you know, when I was doing the TV, and especially for If I Had Words, which became a big world hit for me, and ended up in the film Babe. I don't know if you saw the film Babe.
It's with the pig, yeah, the piglets.
The piglets, yeah. And it's me singing If I Had Words, if I had words to make a name for you. And it's got 1 million hits on the internet now.
Amazing, yeah.
And it's me singing like a mouse. And you get a million hits on the internet. And I'm singing like a mouse. And all my life I've been trying to sing normal. And I don't get a million hits.
Amazing.
And then when I sing like a mouse, you get a million hits. Oh,
but had you ever had the ambition participating in Eurovision before '88?
No.
No.
I was just too busy, you know. Like I said to you, I was travelling around the world at the time, you know, going to these incredible places. And when I was going around the world at that time, you know, there was no holiday planes and all that sort of stuff. It was scheduled flights and all that. There was no people going on holiday to these places, you know. It was a different era. And then they would fly me out to Zambia, and that was my assignment, and Dar es Salaam, and South Africa, and Cape Town, and all these sort of places where I worked, even to Alaska. I mean, man, you've no idea where I've been, you know. I've been just about everywhere around the world, you know, performing.
One question I have, it's regarding your name, because you're not really Scott Fiztgerald.
No, that's my working name.
So what's your real name, and how did the name come up, Scott Fiztgerald?
Oh, no, you're really asking a good question here. Now, I've got a good answer for you as well. Scott, no, my real name is William MacPhail. Very Scottish I am. And but Scott Fiztgerald is another thing. Now, many, many years ago, I won a competition for the Sun newspaper. That's a great big newspaper in England. That's our main one. And I entered the competition, and I beat 5,000 singers. And I became the Sun superstar. So to them, it's a newspaper, you know, they try and promote you like that, but you're not. But they say that you are, you know. And so really that's what it kicked it off. And then I was in the musical Hair. I was there in the original one, back in 1970, you know. And then I was going to do the Rocky Horror Show and play Rocky, but I think I told you the other night they had me in bandages, and there was no song. You know, you're grunting, go oh, and everybody else has got the songs, and everybody else is acting, and I'm walking around the stage in bandages. Come on, I said, I want to be in show business here, you know. But anyway, I was all thinking, and the guy who actually wrote it, Richard O'Brien, used to be in Hair. He was in Hair as well, and I used to watch him writing this, and I thought he was crazy. All these crazy characters that he had, you know. And then there was another one who worked in it, was Joan Armatrading. I don't know if you know Joan Armatrading.
Drop the Pilot.
Yeah, and she's fabulous, she is. And I used to watch her sitting, but we're all young. We're all young and starry-eyed, you know. We wanted to do well in our business and stuff. And I used to watch her sitting there with her hair, you know, big hair. And then she'd be sitting there, and I'd go, everything all right? Yeah, Scott, you're writing another song. Yeah. This is even better than the last one, you know. So I've worked with all these people in the past and stuff like that. So, and I've enjoyed my life in that way, you know. And I've been doing it for 40 years now. 40 years, and now I'm tired. I'm sort of retired now.
But you still love it?
Oh, I love it. And I love people that are in it. I love people that are in this business, because I know how tough it is as well. It's a tough business, it really is, you know. You've got to be on your toes all the time, you know.
So tonight, Suzy and Lily are going to perform. What would be the message that you would like to transmit to the younger generation on stage?
To the younger generation on stage. You see, I come from the era, and I remember at the Eurovision Song Contest, I loved it because it was live. I had a symphony orchestra, the 70-piece symphony orchestra. I had a stage that you would die for, you know, and I had a nice song. And I thought, this is beautiful, you know, that's what makes the beauty of it, you know. And when you're giving, like Suzy said, when you're giving, because you have to give, or the people will never believe you. Mm-hmm. So you have to be open, you have to be honest, even in your way of performing and stuff like that. And so I would say to them, think about the lyrics of the song. The lyrics of the song are more important than the melody. And when I find a lot today, a lot of young people are singing melodies but forgetting about the lyrics. Mm-hmm. I know the lyrics is in the melody, but they're not performing like they should in that way. And I would say to them, a lot of the artists that work on stage should take a little bit of drama lessons, because that's very important. Acting is very important for singing. Mm-hmm. And that could be a little bit of advice from an old professional to give you. You know, it's like the Eurovision today has become so big, and the only reason why it has become so big is because of you. You have made it big again. You've made it important. You know, you've made people take notice of it again. You know, like I said to you when I did it, nobody really took any notice of it, to tell you the truth, you know, because it was in the dark ages, you know. But now it's becoming a very big thing, and it's becoming a happy thing. You know, people are smiling. Come on, you know, the first time, I didn't believe that after 25 years that this could be this way. Mm-hmm. It was only when I went onto social media 3 years ago that I realised, because I said to my wife, nobody knows me anymore for the Eurovision Song Contest. Honestly, I swear to you, this is on my life. She said, Scott, you have no idea who knows you out there for this. And she went on the social media, because I said, no, I'm too old for this. I don't want to learn all that anymore, you know. Mm-hmm. Then she went on it. Then all of a sudden I saw these pop-ups and all videos of me. And I said, but I didn't put any of these up here. She said, no, you don't put it up. The fans put it up. She said, look. And this is all for going if I had words and stuff. And then when I started to do it a little bit, then some of the Euro fans, as you know, would come on and stuff. And, hi, Scotty. I went, yeah. Oh, we remember Go so well. It was so brilliant. And I'm going, maybe, you know. And what really got me was when we did that show in Newcastle.
Yes,
that was the first time in Gateshead that I'd actually sang Go since I sang it at Eurovision.
Really?
Yeah, I only sang it twice then. One at Eurovision and one in Newcastle.
Amazing, huh?
And that's when I sang Go then for the second time. And when I saw the reaction of the audience, my hair was standing up on end. It was like a superstar. I thought, oh my goodness gracious me, you know, is this what this is all about now? And so this is why I come and do it. But I don't do it so much now. You know, I don't want to do it so much anymore. As I said, I've got grandchildren now, and I love to be in the beach with my 3-year-olds and 2-year-olds running around the beach there, you know, having a good old day rather than being on a plane for 24 hours and staying in a hotel room for 2 days. You know, I'd rather be with my grandchildren now.
Exactly,
you know.
yeah.
But I love coming to see you, and usually the only people I come to see. I won't do it for anybody else. I won't do it for the BBC. I'm doing it for nobody. Mm-hmm. I'll do it for you.
Thanks. Wow. Thank you very much.
Even the BBC said that. God, this is an interview. You've never done interviews with us for the last 20 odd years. He said, this is a very rare interview. I said, yeah, and it's your last one as well. Yeah. I said, because I don't need all this. I don't need this anymore, you know.
Yeah.
I only do it because I want to do it, and I want to come and see you, you know.
But why are you saying it was a dark period? Because each time we ask artists who took part in the 70s or the 80s, we ask them, what do you think of the evolution of the contest? Because there's no live orchestra anymore, and it has become so commercial. So what is your opinion about the development of the competition over the last 20 years?
You know, as technology has moved on now, this is the thing. I'm sad. With one hat I'm sad, and another hat I think it's great. I'm sad because we've lost a lot of fantastic musicians. They don't work anymore. You see that symphony-piece orchestra, that 70-piece? There is no 70-piece orchestras anymore that do that. And I would have loved more people to go to the Royal Academy of Music and to study their instruments and stuff like that. I'm disappointed about. But then technology, with my other hat, technology has moved on now, and the sounds that you can make, you know, with a piano, that can be a symphony orchestra, really, what you can actually achieve with that thing. And the producers as well, it's all very technical and a lot of technology. And a lot of dance music now. We wouldn't have had that sort of dance music, you know, the techno stuff. We wouldn't have had that, you know. You wouldn't have had the Ibiza and all that sort of stuff going on. That wouldn't have existed, you know. And for me, I think it's great. And you know, even my children, they love it. They love the live music, don't get me wrong, but I'm old-fashioned now. And but they really adore the dance music. You know, garage and all that sort of stuff. They tell me stuff that I don't even know. I go, what's that? and of course my son now, he works with Red One. He's a writer. He's an actual songwriter, but a very big one. He has lots of hit records now, you know. And he's working with Red One now, and he works with J-Lo and all of those people that Red One works with, Lady Gaga. So he's in with all that lot in LA. He lives in LA now, you know. And like I said, if Scotland becomes independent, I'll represent Scotland then.
So
I'll give them a call in Parliament, the Scottish Parliament, if they do. If they do get their independence. I'm not sure about it, you know. I live in England and I also live there. And my children live in England as well, so I'm not sure. I'm drawn between two sides of this. I can see the Scottish, you know, the rural Scottish lot, you know, which I am, you know, I'm as Scottish as this table, you know. But and it was lovely representing the United Kingdom. Don't get me wrong, I couldn't take that away. I've got my gold medal, I've got my accolades for doing that, but I would like to represent Scotland before I die.
So there's a goal for you?
Yeah, that's my goal.
And that's fantastic.
And that's to represent Scotland before I die.
I hope it won't be for a long time.
I intend to be around to see you, JP, for an awful long time, and you lot. I really do, because, you know, I find that you are wonderful people. You have good hearts. You really do. I mean, look at you, you know, you really do. And you keep this competition alive. And if it wasn't for you, it wouldn't be alive anymore. I know this. You just keep it going. These are the backbone of it.
Yeah.
So do you still watch it? That's my question.
Yeah,
Do you
I
still
do
watch
watch it. Yeah, I watched it. Well, the other week there, when was it? I was about 2 months ago. I was in the Café de Paris in London with all the Eurovision artists that were performing in Eurovision this year, and I thought it was amazing. And I had never seen that before. Don't forget, I'm an old professional, you know. And then when I seen all this and the excitement with everybody, and I thought, oh man, this is why I do this.
Yes, yeah.
You know, when I saw them going out there and performing and singing their hearts out, and then I'm looking at the audience through the curtains, and I see this expression of, you know, like mania. I thought, this is fabulous.
Okay.
Yeah. Amazing. Scott, it's been nice to see you again. Hope, as you said before, you're going to be there for a long, long time. We wish you all the best of luck for your retirement life.
Yes,
and then, of course, the new life coming as Scottish representative to Eurovision.
The Eurovision Song Contest in Scotland. I hope that happens one day. I keep my fingers crossed, you know, and I say a little prayer. It may be. And I hope that everything works out for Scotland. I really do. Because I am a true Scot, after all.
Thank you.
Again, it's beautiful to be interviewed with you again.